Would you rather have to watch your parents have sex for the rest of your life or join in once? Yeah. Yeah, we're getting down to it
Watch.
now.
Oh god.
What was that? Anyone answer?
I think I would watch because it'd be interesting to see how my mom would handle the corpse.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this third episode of Throuple Thoughts. I'm joined with oTiempo and Voice, like Candy. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Could not be more happy, more excited about tonight. What about you, Marcus?
I'm hard as a rock.
I can vouch that honestly. Um, but yeah, like she said, guys, welcome to episode number 3. We are back for another one, and the conversations are going to be litty titty, and we're just going to keep the vibes at all time high. Um, you guys already know how it works. Not going to be super interactive with the chat. You guys are more than welcome to chat in there, like I see some of you guys doing already. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic week. Uh, had a fantastic weekend and are ready to start this week off strong. Um, I think for now we just start off kind of basic, kind of see what we all did for the weekend. Marcus, do you want to go ahead and start us off?
Oh, I get to start. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mhm.
So, I'm sure we've all at least heard of that show Unsolved Mysteries, right?
Yeah,
Right? Right? No, Justin? Hmm?
I don't
Hmm?
think I have.
What the fuck? Okay,
it's a good one.
so for those who may not know, back in the day, viewers were presented with a number of reenacted unsolved cases and were asked to call in if they had any information. Um, Believe it or not, many people did actually call in with tips and shit to like help solve the case.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe with the show, they received enough tips to solve over 1,300 cases.
Jesus.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, that's fucking nuts. And this is what, the 80s, 90s. There's no internet. There's no internet sleuthing from that one creepy dude that just happens to be really smart and like
That's me.
investigating from his basement.
I do
Yeah,
that
that
on a
is you.
daily. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But yeah, it's nuts. Like back in the day, that's a huge accomplishment.
I don't know. Have you heard of the case of Kristen Smart?
I don't
So,
I
know.
do not. I don't. I definitely haven't.
um, just recently, they have made an arrest, and it's been 25 years since she went missing, and they've had so much evidence, but not enough to arrest the guy, and they just recently made it. So that's 25 years later. They've finally got him under the yeah. So
Jesus. Imagine. Like, so it was a missing persons case.
yeah, so he killed her and buried her under his deck, and then basically for the first beginning of the case, he just pled the fifth and refused to answer anything, and they searched his family's house multiple times, and the police were kind of sloppy about it, and basically were worried about money, and we're like, oh well, if we dig up the backyard looking for her, then and we don't find anything, and we're just gonna have to replace all the shit that we damaged, and it's gonna be more costly or whatever.
Right.
So they still haven't found her body, but they've arrested him with enough evidence, and they know that he's either. They think that he and his cousin, I think, don't quote me on that, but they actually moved the body from where they have been searching to a different home. So
Oh, I thought you said
they're
he buried it
not
under
for
his
sure.
porch.
Well, that's what they're suspecting, but they don't have a search warrant for this next place that they think
Okay.
that
Oh,
he's
so
buried
he's
at.
chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling, but he's 44 now. This happened when they were in college, and
My
he's now in
God.
jail. And his 88-year-old dad helped him hide the body, so they have enough
And
evidence for that. And he got out on bail.
That
So
That does sound familiar.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, I haven't heard of it. I've heard of like a bunch of like missing persons cases where like they're just unable to be found for years and years and years, and then suddenly another piece of evidence pops up, and you're just kind of like,
mhm.
oh yeah, they were
And
missing.
usually they don't make an arrest without the body, which is like how a lot of people get away with it, is if you hide the body good enough, then you're fine.
Mm,
But um, laws have changed and stuff. So she went missing from a party. She went out with a party or with a friend, and her friend didn't really want to go out. I'll just sum it up quickly because it's a long story, but her friend ended up leaving and going back to her dorm. She was supposed to return there, and she walked home with two guys and a girl. Eventually, the other two people went their separate ways to go into their dorm room or whatever. And the last guy left with her was named Paul, and he was known for being like a pedo and,
wow.
God.
assaulting girls and stuff. So he, I am assuming, raped her and then killed her, and yeah. So at least he's arrested now.
Yeah. That's great. I saw something on TikTok like a couple weeks ago. It was about this guy who went to some foreign country. I'm not even sure. I don't remember what it was. I think it was in South America though, and he went there just on a vacation, and he saw a like well at this point it was a teenage girl who looked familiar. And he had like recognized her from like a missing persons case like years ago, and he kind of just like he kind of put on TikTok like I never told anyone this, but I saw this while I was on vacation, and like I feel like I've been feeling bad about not saying anything.
My God.
So it was like it was just it was like a picture of a teenage girl walking around with like a older again I don't know where they were exactly, like an older guy, and she was just really timid, just following him everywhere. And like the pictures, because she went missing when she was like 3, and
Yeah.
this was back in like 2002, I think. Or wait, no. I don't see. I don't know all the details. Maybe it was like 2007 she went missing. But they put out like a, you know how they can like kind of make like
A
a,
sketch.
yeah, a sketch of what she would look like today.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And
Age
so
progression.
right, yeah. So they did one of those, and they noted like he noticed like, oh wow, they kind of look similar, and like they like a because they don't know who did it, but they put like eyewitness accounts sketches of like who they saw leaving the resort. So what? Because what had
Oh,
happened?
you're talking about Madeline McCann.
Maybe I don't know. I forgot her name, but okay,
She was stolen out of a hotel room
yeah. And the
in the
parents were at dinner.
resort, and yeah,
Yes, there you go. So you've heard about it.
yeah, and that one's so controversial because so many like there's rumors that her parents were involved and they hid the body and then acted like she was stolen and like
Wait, is that the one where they found a note?
I don't think
I
they
don't think
found a
there was a
note in that
note.
case.
Okay, no, I'm getting mine mixed up. Never mind.
Yeah,
Um,
that one's a crazy one.
Yeah, like so, and he posted this video, and then I looked into it. I was just kind of like, wow, like they never found her. They never
Hmm.
like, and it was like a 15-minute window from when like the dad went and checked, and then the
Yeah,
mom went and checked, and she was gone. Like that's actually crazy.
yeah, and then they say that like the uncle or friend, or I'm not sure how he was related, but he also had kids, and when he went to go check on them, he kind of like glanced at his own kids and didn't really like he noticed the door was cracked, but he didn't really care because it
Yeah,
wasn't his kid.
right.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I feel like that's kind of shitty of him. Like if it was me, I would check on all the kids,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
make sure
And like,
everybody's there.
and I mean, I know it was a different time, but it's like I would never like leave Jackson and go out to
Yeah,
eat, even if it was like a block away. Nah,
yeah,
that ain't happening. Like,
especially at a resort. Like, there's so much foot
uh,
traffic. You're in a different country. Like,
exactly.
it's
Yeah, there's no way in hell I would do that. Um,
even here when we left him sleeping, like when that whole commotion, like the neighbor broke in
oh yeah,
and
but
there
we
was a
were
whole
like on the
commotion.
patio and stuff. Like,
I know, but I'm saying even then, like I was coming in here like every 5 minutes, and
well,
we were
yeah,
literally 10 feet from our door,
yeah. So
and
it,
cops were outside.
So
Like
what she
I
was talking
was
about, what
scared.
she's talking about right now, is someone broke in to our neighbor's house. Well, I mean, so he had been living there, and I guess like they were kicking him out, and he couldn't take no for an answer. So he started breaking in from the patio. We called the cops and stuff, and then when the
And
cops
it's
got
weird because we were out that day, and when we came home, he was like sitting outside, and our doors face each other. So
right,
he was basically sitting outside of our door also. And like I walked up and I was like, "Oh, you scared me." And he just like looked at me and like didn't even say anything. I
right,
was like, "Okay, fuck you
Fuck.
then, like fucking asshole."
yeah.
And
S-
then
So the cops show
like
up, and like naturally people, bystanders, civilians are drawn to like, cops. If something's going on, like, oh, what the hell's going on over
Yeah,
there?
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, and it was happening literally right next door. So I saw everything. I saw him literally break the window. So I was like, I'm probably
he
gonna have
was
to give a
throwing, he
testament and
ripped
stuff.
the door.
And he just basically watched the cops while they tried to like break into the home and get him out safely. And a bunch of like the guy's friends and neighbors were like, you guys got to get in there before he like hurts himself, blah blah blah. And it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, we even made it a point to make sure that we checked on him, on Jackson, like even though we were literally right outside. It was crazy. But yeah,
And we
that
locked our door.
yeah, I feel for that girl though, in that family.
Yeah, if the I feel for her, but if the parents were involved, then they're shitty, and that's really really scary.
Oh,
Like people gotta
I
watch
didn't
it.
even start to think if that the parents were involved. Like,
Yeah, so there's like,
you think they could have like sold her?
oh no, there's talk about her accidentally dying in her sleep, and then they hid the body or whatever because they were afraid of getting in trouble, and they didn't have any of
That's
their
so
other
stupid.
relatives there
Dude,
know about it.
that's the thing about this show is it introduces you to a wild
It
category of
is,
possibilities that the
yeah.
parents did this so and so's in on it,
Yeah.
and it's insane. It makes you really think. Like, it's crazy how that can happen to someone random, and
Hmm.
if it happens to you, what the fuck are you supposed to think? Because literally this show has proven anything could happen.
Right. I mean, and yeah,
Hmm.
obviously, like anyone can be a suspect at that point. I understand being scared, but like, I mean, if I mean, I don't know if the kid died and like during her sleep or his sleep, whatever. Like, there's no reason to be scared, like unless you did something to the kid the night before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I could see it that way. I honestly didn't look in too much into it.
I've
Um,
looked into that case a lot, and it's insane. There's
that's
a picture or a video of a guy walking away with a child wearing similar clothes to what she was wearing,
yeah, I saw that too, like a sketch,
and nobody questioned. No, like an actual picture,
a
and
legit
nobody
picture.
questioned him, and nobody knows who that guy was, and it was around the same time. A bunch of shit, and then like you said, there's a bunch of little girls. Like they found a little girl in a different country, and they suspected that it was her also, and like you were talking about being sold, like the parents
Yeah,
sold her, or like whoever kidnapped her sold her, and if she's still alive, it's insane because I'm sure nobody will know
right.
because
Like,
that's all she knows is
yeah. Imagine being taken at 3 years old. Like, I mean, you're old enough to know like mom, dad, some family, but that's still
Hmm.
young enough to like rearrange your mind and like, oh, this is my life. You know,
yeah.
like
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's so incredibly scary. Like, even if she sees her parents, like she might not know to say, hey, like I'm here. It's just crazy to think about. Um, That's absolutely insane. Yeah, those missing persons cases like always trip me out, and I feel for them every single time. Especially now with being like a parent, it's like I couldn't even imagine what I would do if something happened to Jackson, like he was missing or something.
Have you guys seen that movie Jeepers Creepers?
I have
Nope.
not.
You haven't?
No.
All right, Throuple movie night. When?
Jeepers creepers.
Okay, you know the song though, at least.
I've heard it. Yeah.
Okay, so in the beginning, there's this intro. It's, the iconic moment in the movie. It's at the very beginning. The brother and sister are driving down a long ass road in the country, and they just happen to notice this, shrouded guy off to the side of a church, dumping this heavily stained white cloaked object down this long pipe, and it turns out it was, I'm sorry, spoilers, but it was a body.
Oh my god.
But this
Is
whole
this
scene was inspired from an episode on that show. Like
okay?
I rewatched it. I found the episode on YouTube, and it's damn near scene for scene. It's right. It's dead on. It's scary.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of the girl Gypsy Rose?
Yes, yes.
She
I watched the show and everything.
Yeah. So I haven't watched the show yet, but it's pretty accurate.
What's the
I've
name?
heard. Gypsy Rose. So her mom, Dee Dee, um, basically told her she was terminally ill her whole life. She had muscular dystrophy and a bunch of shit, shoved a bunch of medicine down her throat constantly. She was in a wheelchair. She knew in her mind that she could walk, and she would walk when her mom wasn't looking, and she would punish her if she ever found her walking. And basically, she had this horrible life. Her teeth are rotting because she's getting fed seizure medicine that doesn't she doesn't need, epilepsy medicine. And um, she her mom lied to her about her age, and she was actually 18, and her mom was telling her that she was 13, and that her mind is only at a 7-year-old capacity. So this went on for however long, and Gypsy made a Facebook account without her mom knowing and
Uh.
found a boyfriend. And um, her and her boyfriend, a year into their relationship, Gypsy told him that like her mom is doing this to her and she's not actually ill, and she knows that. And she found her birth certificate and she knows that she's not actually that the age that she's telling her and all that. So they planned a murder, and her boyfriend killed her mom, and they cleaned up the murder scene. And yeah, so Gypsy's in jail right now. She's supposed to get out in 3 years, and in parole, has the chance for parole in 2 years. So she's getting close.
Wow.
And
Um.
she said like she's never felt so free. Like imagine feeling like jail is being free. Like
Exactly.
that proves to you how awful her life was before.
Right. Yeah. We got a question coming in from chat. Says, um, we watched a movie tonight, and the mom crashed her car trying to grab her phone from the back seat and killed her family. And basically, he just wants to know how we would react if we were in that situation. I'm assuming the driver survived, but the rest of the family died. So what would you do? How would you feel if you were responsible for killing your family?
I don't want to get this too vulgar or like sensitive, but I would shoot myself in the head.
My God.
If I like, if like, especially Jackson, like if I got in an accident with like somebody in my family and they came out hurt or dead, and I don't know, I would feel really guilty about it. But if it was Jackson, like my own son, I could not, like, I've gone through this so many times. Like when I sleep with him, like if I've heard of moms waking up with like a blue baby and it's just like they've suffocated in their sleep. I would not be able to live with myself knowing that it's my fault.
Yeah.
Or even like, like my mom's getting ready to put a pool in her yard. Like if something happened to him or he drowned at my mom's house, like I would never be able to forgive myself or anyone who had any part in supposed to be watching him.
Right.
So, yeah.
Man.
And if Jackson was in the care of somebody, like if we had a babysitter and they purposely hurt him or killed him, I would kill them. I would do anything in my way to kill them.
Okay, purposely, but what if it was like an accident? Like,
It depends. It depends if there's enough proof it was an accident.
right. How about you, Marcus?
That's a bit of a tough one because, as you know, I don't have kids,
Right.
so it's kind of hard to imagine a response that would warrant, just looking offing myself.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I would still, have a crazy amount of dark thoughts and possibly plans to do something, whatever the situation calls for. But that's a tough one for me, man. It's just it's hard to put my
Yeah.
mind there.
No, yeah, I understand. I mean, I think for me, I mean, if anything were to happen and Jackson or Larissa and it was my fault, like I would just I would probably fall into like a really, really deep depression, Like
Yeah.
I'd probably cut everyone off. I don't think I would off myself, but I would just I mean, that's a life-changing event,
Yeah.
And
I for sure wouldn't drive anymore.
yeah, I mean, it's hard to even think about, because like of
Yeah.
how much love I have for these two, but
I
uh,
was sorry.
but if like what she was saying, if someone caused harm to Jackson, like knowingly and like willingly, then they're
Yeah.
getting their ass fucking put into the dirt. Like I don't care. But what were you gonna say, Ben?
So Marcus mentioned like he'd never drive again. Um, when my dad got in a bad accident in 2010, and he was in a coma for a long time. Um, I when I was supposed to get my permit and driver's license, like I had a fear of it and I didn't even want to because I was like I still took guilt from that, and I was afraid that like something like that would happen to me or like I would cause something like that. So it definitely it lives within some people, like even with small stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I was in a four-vehicle wreck a few years ago on my way to work, and it was in my roommate's car, so it was 10 times worse for me because, if it's my shit, whatever, I'll
Right.
deal with it. But it was someone else's ride, and it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
pretty bad. But it wasn't my fault. I was going straight, and someone was turning, as I was trying to pass by, and so it was their fault. And like the cops already determined, that was the case. Blah blah blah. Insurance said that was the same, but they hit me, and it knocked me into two other vehicles. And I don't want to say I was scared, but I was very hesitant on driving for the next few months,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
and it was tough because, of course, I had to get to work.
Right.
Um, and at my job, we have city or company, city vehicles, and I had a lot of stuff to do. I had to go across town, do this and that in those vehicles, and it was nerve wracking. It took a long time to get over that, and it's not because I'm scared of vehicles or cars,
Right. Right.
but it's like you could do everything right, and someone else may not be doing the same, and you can get fucked
Yeah.
up, and you know it's scary. That's the scary part. It's just
It's
you,
it's
you
just
could do
like
everything
drunk
right.
drivers.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, exactly.
you can go out completely sober with your kids driving like a fucking granny, be fine, and then a drunk driver runs a red light and fucking kills you all.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
and they walk away perfectly fine.
Oh yeah.
God, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this first half of the podcast has been really dark. We're gonna take a brief intermission, and we're gonna come back and try to liven some things up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Watch Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, so anyway, that's how I saved spring break.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you guys got a little good potty break in. I got myself some more water, and we are now going to be moving on to a different segment here. Murder, mystery, missing persons cases. Yeah, those are fun. Gets everyone a little like kind of, I mean, not depressed necessarily, but maybe like a little bit weary, on edge, if you will.
Yeah, on edge.
So I thought we could loosen up a little bit, get to know how fucked up we all are by doing a little segment I like to call Would You Rather.
Oh.
Now, I'm sure everyone has played Would You Rather before. So I don't really have a specific amount of questions that I have. I literally just went to 250 best Would You Rather questions, and we're just going to pick and choose off the list. For those of you who are tuning in live, if you guys are, you guys are more than willing to answer your questions in chat. But if you want to give your answer on the podcast, there is a channel in the Discord server named Throuple Thoughts Waiting Room. If you want to give your answer on the podcast, you can pop into that. We'll drag you in for one of the questions, let you answer, and we'll drag you back out. All right, Discord is going to be in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get started here. So this first one I thought was pretty cool. To the point, like, one of it will pertain to you, one of it will pertain to your child, or, if
One
you know.
of it?
Yeah.
One of them?
One of A. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? And anyone can start.
I would say 10 minutes.
10 minutes into the future? We're just going to be on another Would You Rather question.
Okay, look, think about it like this. I can see what is affecting my life. If I see 150 years into the future, yeah, I can be like, oh, hey, we're going to have, flying sex machines. But how is that, what does that got to do with me? I'll be dead. So who cares? Oh, I don't care.
And like the 10-minute one you could use more frequently. Like the 150
Yeah, and
years,
especially like for
you
danger,
Yeah.
Shit, I'm about to go take out the trash at night. Let me check my future.
Nah.
Hash slinging slasher.
Hell yeah, I'm glad you got the reference. So I'm talking all the shit, but I would probably also pick the 10 minutes. The 150, that's like pretty much after my son's time too, unless they find some weird shit to keep us alive. But I think 10 minutes for me would be cool. Like
10 years would be cool too.
yeah, that one was kind of weak. I should have just gone with the first one I saw. But let's scroll down the list here. Hopefully get a better one. Let me see. We got some answers coming in from the chat. I would see 150 years so I can put stocks in my kids' names. Ooh, that's actually not a bad answer right there.
That's good, but like, when in the timeline is that going to be, available for your kid?
And your kid's gonna be 150?
Or your
Get some
kids'
money off of
kids?
stocks?
Your kids? I don't
You
know.
you can't put stocks in someone's name who isn't created.
I want my stocks for Schwag Jr., please.
All right, next one. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories? So lose your ability to see, or you lose the ability to remember.
I would definitely lose my sight. I'm already
Like,
legally blind.
I'm legally blind. Marcus, what does it depend on?
Like, what am I forgetting? Am I forgetting how to take a shit, wipe my ass, or is it just like, my first girlfriend and what I had for lunch yesterday?
You forget about
I think.
abandoning me on Mother's Day.
Oh yeah,
Memories
I already
are,
forgot
I
about
guess,
that.
everything.
What'd you say?
I said memories, so probably, I guess, as in everything
Yeah.
that you remember is a memory.
You'd be a vegetable.
If it's oh fuck, that's not losing your memory.
Have y'all seen 50 First Dates?
Yes,
The,
Adam
the
Sandler.
yes, the
Never.
one of the guys, 10-second Tom. Y'all remember that guy? He only has memory
Yeah,
as far
that
back
one's
as 10 seconds.
insane. But like,
That's how you'd be.
but Drew Barrymore, like I don't know her name in the movie, but
It's Drew Barrymore in the
that
movie.
one wouldn't bother me too much. Like it would because you're repeating every day the same. But
Yeah.
like, she still remembers who her dad is. She still remembers her childhood memories.
Yeah,
She
she
still
just
remembers
doesn't
that
she
like
just
it was
can't retain
updated.
new information.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
That would dude. Okay, here's a question for the gentleman in the chat. Would y'all do that, right? Seth, you got a lovely girlfriend, right? If she suddenly lost the ability to retain new information, would you catch her up to speed every day for the rest of your life? I would.
would you do it? Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd just be like, hey, go watch the VOD.
Instead of like he did in the movie, like just set up a little video that you
Yeah,
wake up.
that's honestly probably the best thing to do. I mean, I would have so much fun doing
Yeah.
that shit, like a whole movie every single day.
Yeah.
But I think that it's cool. But it's like, she woke up, she had like a little girl. That shit's probably crazy. Like if you think of it from her perspective, like, dude, imagine like you just wake up and you're like, what the fuck? This isn't my bed. What the fuck? I'm old as fuck. Like, who the fuck is this
yeah,
kid calling me
You wake
mom?
up on
scary.
from the Parent Trap. You're just in the middle of a lake.
My dad's situation was like the opposite of that. Like he didn't remember stuff before his accident, but he could retain new information.
Mm, okay.
See, I would do that if that was the memory question you initially asked.
Hmm.
If you forgot everything prior, but you could remember new stuff, I would do that.
Yeah, but like his memory slowly came back after. Like he remembers stuff from our childhood now, but like months after the accident, he didn't know what the fuck anything happened.
Wow.
So
I
I don't
got
know. That's crazy.
I got one specifically for Marcus. Would you rather sit on a cake and eat a dick, or sit on a dick and eat a cake?
I don't eat cake or dicks, but none apply.
You have to choose one. You either sitting on the cake and eating the dick, or sitting on the dick and eating the cake.
I don't know why I can't answer this one. It's kind of
Cause
rude.
we know which one you would choose.
Which one would I choose?
You're definitely sitting on the cake. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I don't know why.
I-
I don't listen. This is what I would do, and I would respect some vouches in the chat. I would sit on that dick and take my time eating the cake. I mean, I'm at
The
least
thing is,
go ahead.
I would actually sit on the cake because sitting on a dick does absolutely nothing for you. If
Yeah,
you're
but you
moving,
get
like if you're riding him,
but you're not fucking eating cake. You would rather like that. There's.
I'd rather suck a dick than eat cake. I don't like cake.
Oh my god,
Terrible question. Terrible question.
dude, Marcus, you still have yet to answer.
Keep waiting.
I'm pissed. Okay. But yeah, I would definitely eat the cake very slowly and taste every bit of the dick. I mean cake. Um,
Prostate massage.
what's that?
What?
I think he said testy massage.
Prostate.
Let me see.
What?
Would you rather always have BO and not know it, or always smell BO on everyone else? Oh
Oh, that's
no!
oh, um,
Oh
I don't go.
god!
Mm,
I don't ever leave the house, so I think I'd rather have the BO and just not know it.
I'd rather have the BO because I cannot stand the smell of BO. So if I can't smell it on myself and I don't smell it on other people, that's
Yeah.
a win-win for me.
Yeah, but everyone else is gonna smell it.
Okay, I don't have friends.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't ever
My
leave the
mom
house,
loves me
so who the
enough.
fuck is gonna smell it?
Oh my god! You're, dude. I don't know. Or always smell BO on everyone. Dude, BO smells so bad though.
Yeah, why would you torture yourself like that?
I guess you know what? Y'all convinced me. I'll also have BO and not know it. Wait, so does that mean so if Assy and I both picked having the BO and not knowing it, then we
I would smell yours and you would smell mine.
You're smelling it anyway.
oh my god.
Anyway. You're fucked either way. You
Oh
have sleeping
no.
rooms.
Oh no, dude. Oh
But like,
god.
is it awful or is it like tolerable?
What?
The
The
BO.
BO.
I mean, it's definitely like, damn, bro, no deodorant in 2 days. Sheesh.
Am I allowed to put it on you?
No.
It never says that.
Listen to this one. This one just pissed me off. Would you rather drink from a toilet or pee in a litter box? The fuck?
What?
Like, who the fuck would pick?
Terrible comparison.
Who would pick peeing in a litter box? You just fucking drink the toilet
Yeah,
water.
exactly. You see all that fresh water coming through that porcelain throne?
Dogs do it. Like, I don't know.
Bro.
I just don't get it. Okay, here's one. It's kind of a would you rather, but it's a little bit of a twist. All right, so you got a button in front of you. All right, you press that button, you get $1 million, but at the same time you kill one random person. It can be anyone in the world, someone you know, someone you don't know. Do you press that button?
Dude, there's a movie about this.
I wouldn't.
Marcus?
I would.
I would be fine living the way I am. Like, we're not deprived of money. Like, I would be fine without the money and knowing that I'm not killing someone. Like, what if I kill like a freaking 2-year-old boy who's playing with a dump truck?
Yeah.
Now when you say dump truck,
pedophile.
when you say dump truck, do you mean like?
You know what I mean. I
Okay.
said 2-year-old boy, don't sexualize.
Oh
him.
yeah.
That's his ass. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. I would also not press it because of, the fact that it can be anyone. It's if there's a chance that it's anyone in my family, I'm not taking it.
No, but okay, I don't know. I might be going off the movie now, but it's someone that you don't know.
That's not what I asked.
I know. I said I'm going by the movie because there's a fucking movie about it. Exactly the situation.
What? So you would just kill Ace?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, listen. Oh god, I like this one. This one's funny. Would you rather have to watch your parents have sex for the rest of your life or join in once? Yeah. We're getting down to it now.
Oh god.
What was that? Anyone answer?
I think I would watch because it'd be interesting to see how my mom would handle the corpse. You know, I'm all about weird shit.
I would watch because my parents are divorced and they don't have sex.
No, so it's got to you know who it's got to be.
No, he's not my parent. And my dad's girlfriend is not my parent, so.
Listen, y'all stop finding fucking loopholes, all right?
It's not a loophole. You said watch your parents.
Oh my god, y'all are pissing me off.
Okay, what about you? You trying to see Nancy get down or what?
Oh god, dude.
You brought this on yourself.
Watch it every time or join in once. I would watch it.
Every day.
I would definitely watch it.
Be right there. You'd be like, "You want some popcorn?"
Oh my god! Yeah, you seeing this shit, bro? So,
damn.
The sequel we all wanted. Oh god! All right.
I'm sorry for watching this.
I mean,
watching you. What?
I enjoyed that. We'll definitely do more of those in the future. Let us know in the comments or in the chat if you guys also enjoyed that. I saw some of you guys giving your answers. Didn't really agree with any of them. No, I'm kidding. Um, but let's kind of keep on the same front, but not really. Would you rather? Oh man, I just had something in my mind. What was it gonna be? Um, Man, I forgot. Um, Tell you. Anyway, does do any of you have anything to add to any of that
What?
of what we just
No.
talked about? Any of the would you rather's? Or do you have any of your own that you wanted to put forward?
Mm,
If not, I got one. Not a would you rather, but it's just kind of like a.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
All right. So this is basically. I'm sure everyone's been asked this question before. All right. You're stranded on a deserted island. Right? Y'all know where this is going.
What kind of dessert?
Chestnut cheesecake.
Cool.
Deserted island. You can have 3 items with you. All right. Can't be a boat. Can't be anything to get you off the island. It could be tools, but it can't just be like, oh, I'd get like a speedboat, and just ride
Just
off.
to survive, right?
What's that?
Or just to survive there, or just something for there, not something to help you leave. Is what
Right.
you're
Yeah.
saying?
Exactly. How about you go ahead and go first, Ben?
So after watching Survivor, I feel like I have a great
Oh, here we
option
go.
here.
All right.
I would pick a flint.
I knew she was gonna say a fucking
I would
flint.
pick a fishing pole, and I would pick a tarp.
A fish, wait, no, a fish, a flint, a fishing pole, and a tarp. Okay,
And a tarp.
those are 3 items. Marcus, what are you bringing?
Those are good. I was actually gonna say flint, but I feel like I should change mine up now. I want to say a knife, a sharp knife,
Okay, okay.
and that damn. I don't know. A fire by hand. How about a flare in case there's happens to be someone flying by
Okay.
on commercial airlines.
So far you got a knife and a flare gun. What else?
Yes, a knife, flare gun, and I would say toilet paper.
Oh, okay. Marcus not really getting down on the leaves. I respect it. So we got a knife, toilet paper.
You're eventually gonna run out of toilet paper.
Hey,
Yeah, well,
hey,
I'm
he
a bit.
chose it. He chose it. All right, y'all ready for this? I would bring my stream setup, a whole.
No, that's not one thing. That's a setup.
Okay. You got me. Um,
Yoda
How you
poster.
gonna power it? Like, I
someone
don't
someone
understand
said toilet paper go in the water.
Yeah,
Oh
go
my
sit in
god.
fucking water.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm really wiping my ass.
Um,
Cottonelle.
More realistically though, let's see. I would probably just take my chances on trying to get the fire started the old-fashioned way. I would also bring a knife. So, first item is a knife. Second item would be let's see. I would like to say see, the thing is I'm allergic to fish. So I can't eat fish. So I'm going to
You
say
could eat the shellfish.
yeah, but here's what I'm saying. A knife, a rifle, right? So knife, rifle, and then I will go ahead and bring a tarp as well.
The fuck
And
you
the
gonna do with a
thing,
rifle?
What's that?
you're on an island. You could kill like squirrels
Exactly, yeah.
and monkeys and
So I'm not just eating the
other food.
shellfish. I'm trying to get some of that good meat, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to see, like, because, okay, we can get picky or we can kind of toss things in together, because if you bring a rifle, does that include bullets?
God
You know what
dang.
I'm saying?
I hate when you're
Like,
right. So when you bring a fishing pole, does that
You
mean
know,
you
you
have
could
fishing
make
line?
a spear. Like,
A
that's why
fishing pole,
people.
I could see that being, hook, weight,
Well,
pole.
that's all. I mean, you can buy fishing poles with that all on it. That's like
Yeah,
saying,
yeah, it comes with that.
So before you
yeah.
get deserted on an island, just buy yourself a fishing pole. Is what we're saying, and you'll be good to
Yeah,
go. Um,
And bring it with you everywhere you go in case you get deserted.
just in
yeah,
case.
yeah, just in time. Um, man, but yeah, I've been asked that three items question so many times, and I'm pretty sure every time my answers change, and I'm sure it will again. If I ever get a chance to take my full setup, I would do that. I would take a
How are you
gig.
gonna power it?
I would take a gig of internet and like
You can just take it.
a power supply. That's what I would take right there.
It's your boy oTiempo over here in the Bahamas. Nobody knows. There's a crab.
Yeah, all my channel points would be like catch a crab or like take off the tarp and start trading my setups just fucking chalked.
Still no handmade fire.
Yeah, right. Stream title day 10 with no fire. Will I get it this time? Probably not. Start a poll. Will Tiempo get the fire this time? Oh my god. But yeah, I enjoy that question. I feel like I've been asked that question in interviews too, which I thought was weird. I guess they were trying to kind of see what my priorities were, maybe. I don't know. Or if, I don't know. Why would you ask that in an interview?
I don't know, but
That's
I
weird.
wish my interviews would ask that. I always get like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I don't fucking know.
That's a
I
common
could be
one.
dead in 10 years.
For the job I have now, my interview, it went pretty well. He did ask me something that I kind of got thrown off by. He asked me, "What does integrity mean to you?" And I was just kind of like, "The fuck? What does integrity mean in general?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you dumb?
Spell it.
So if
Use it
someone,
in a.
okay, so if someone came up to you or you're interviewing son, what does integrity mean to you? What would you say?
I would say it means like power and the strength to persevere through things.
Nice. You kind of sound like you're asking though, not telling them.
Well, I did because I wasn't sure that persevere was the right word.
Okay. Marcus, what does integrity mean to you?
Next question.
So also another common one, there's a word that you see yourself in 10 years. I've been asked like name a time in your working history where you had a conflict with a coworker and how did you resolve
Give me
it?
1 second.
And I always take the one. Well, I have multiple. I've had some at the restaurants, had some at the fast food. Um, and it basically just always like I handled it real professionally. I told my manager on duty, and I just didn't let it affect my day. You're just feeding them what they want to hear. Even though like it may not be true, you just gotta feed them. You know what I'm saying, babe?
Well, that's basically what my whole interview was. Like, it consisted of with Fred Meyer. Like, tell me about a time in the workplace this happened, this happened, this happened. And literally, I lied for 90% of them.
Yeah, you lie or you just extremely exaggerate to make yourself sound like you're the fucking baddest bitch
Yeah,
there. And
I exaggerated one where it was like a problem or something. I don't know what she asked, but it was a time of, like, tell me about a time in the workplace, whatever. And it was when um, at Victor's I dropped a fucking oyster, like one out of the 10 that were on the plate or whatever.
oh no.
And I exaggerated that story so hard to make it seem way more than it was.
I dropped the oyster, but I kicked it up with my foot and landed it back on the plate. No one saw me. It was fucking epic.
Imagine.
Is this hacky sack?
Yeah. All right,
That
get the
shit
fuck out.
pissed me off though.
What? Dropping the oyster or the oyster tray?
Yeah, because I asked the table, like, I can go get you like a fresh tray of them. because like I literally like it tipped when I was setting it down, and two of them fell off. And so I told them like I made it right with them, like I was asking what they wanted, and they were like, no, it's fine, like it's fine. So I didn't do shit about it, right?
Uh-huh.
Then at the end of the night, Kelly comes to me and she's like, I had a complaint about a table that said you dropped their food and didn't replace it. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I literally asked them multiple times like what they wanted.
Yeah, I think in
So
that situation, like I wouldn't even ask. I'd just be like, oh, let me go get you guys a fresh one.
it was literally like my first week of fucking food serving.
Whoa, I don't know why I had to drop the fucking in here.
Well,
Family
because I'm
friendly.
pissed that like
What the fuck?
it's not family friendly. But I'm just pissed that Kelly is so stuck up, and like the customers had to have like lied and said something
Shout out to
and
Kelly for
asked it.
watching this. We do miss you.
No.
Um, working at the restaurant with Larissa was awesome. Um, like we
Wait, you
were
guys work together?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh
was
shit.
I was in the kitchen. She was a food runner, and we had an open kitchen. So basically, like the restaurant could see us in the kitchen. And
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, I would work on the saute station, but on certain days, I would work as the order caller. Um, and that's when I get to work right next to her. And it was cool getting able to work with her, you know, because the food runner
Yeah.
and the order caller, they work hand in hand, and it's awesome. And it's like, all right, don't fuck this up. No, just kidding. But it's kind of cool. Like it's you kind of like just tell her like, okay, this is for this order, this is for this order. You good to go. If you need anything, just let me know. Boom, 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 boom. It was awesome though. You know, and I know that job was like kind of tough at times, you know, but I still, you know, I'm very thankful that they gave you a job,
Yeah.
and I think I honestly like people are always like, oh, you worked with your girlfriend, or like I would never work with my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, it was honestly
Mhm.
the best like time ever because like we
We
literally
literally spent every second together, and it wasn't to the point where like we'd fight or anything. Like it was just so much fun.
yeah, because we would just go home and then we would talk about the shit that pissed us off.
Yeah, and even on our breaks, we'd just sit there for hours with each other, hanging out in the car.
Yeah, because
This is
we so
literally how
And
we met.
what's that?
So this is literally how me and you met.
Working?
Working, and then we'd get off and just bitch about Ace. And
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, the after hours at Blue Oasis was awesome. Go to my grandpa's house or something and just like literally jam out and just talk shit. Or
make
the...
s'mores. We made s'mores one day.
yeah,
Remember?
yeah. I do. I remember. Go to River City Donuts at 2 in the morning. Just fucking shit the stick. I have to be at work at 10 the next day. Like, what the fuck am I doing up? Yeah, it was awesome. I started there and it was me. No, at the time it was you, Radney, Ace, and Eric, I think. I don't think there was anyone else there. There was what's that guy's name, the dishwasher? Art?
Oh yeah, yeah. He asked the owner of the place one time if he could drink alcohol in like a basic cup, but to where no one would know it. And he was like, "Hey, can I get some in here, and then I'll do my job, and I won't bother anybody." The boss was like, "No, you can't." Really tried to get. I said,
Dude,
"Dude, if he didn't say anything, you could have done it."
I fucking love Art, dude. He's
He was
so funny.
hilarious.
Dude, like, cause you know how everything like pretty much everything on that menu, like we got shit for discount on food there. But the one thing that was cool was the employee tacos. $2 employee taco. You could put anything you want on there. Art would always come in, employee taco time. Just like,
I
but
remember
but he did not want to make it. He all he did was throw his tortilla on the grill and go back to his dishes. We'd be like mid fucking rush.
that.
He'd just come in, employee taco time.
Yeah. We're busy as fuck, and he's like, "Let me squeeze this tortilla in my order and right over here." Like, motherfucker, we need this.
Oh
We
my
need this
god,
space.
dude. That was awesome. I
I'm sorry,
that
Larissa. I didn't
reminds
mean
me
to
of Victor.
detract from your story.
mind you, Victor's.
Yeah, like all the employees and cough cough managers who were eating like while
Oh
the
yeah.
show was going on, and then you'd go fucking get someone a drink, and there's a bowl of soup with half-eaten bread
Oh
sitting there.
my god, yeah. The thing is, I don't mind cooking meals for the people like in the back in the kitchen or washing dishes, whatever. I
Yeah.
absolutely hate cooking food for servers because it'd be a busy fucking night and they would just order a shit ton of food. It would piss me off. I don't know why. I just spent the whole night cooking food. You would think like 5 extra meals wouldn't fucking hurt. It pissed me off. Like I just
So on your end of that, like that would piss me off, but there was also a different end of that where they're just sitting there not doing the shit that they need to be doing, and they're just like ordering shit. They're writing it down for you guys to make. I'm like, do your fucking job, bitch. Like you're fucking up all the closing duties because you're sitting here writing down what you can home.
exactly. Yeah,
The
man.
That
shit I
shit
hated the
pissed me
most
off.
was when the servers knew we were cleaning up, getting ready to shut down, and they would still accept orders,
Oh my god, yeah.
or they would put in their own.
Yeah, yeah,
They're like, "Oh,
yeah,
can you please just make me this?" And like, bitch, the fryer's empty. I just
yeah.
put it
We
up.
just
You
drained
want
the
fucking
bitch.
yeah?
At
uh
Victor's, everybody always asks me, like secretly, um,
for soup.
especially, I'm not gonna name names. I feel like I shouldn't name any names anymore because it might be hurtful. But you know who I'm talking about. It was a male bartender that worked at Victor's, and he'd always like he'd go, "Psst, Larissa," and I'd turn around, pour me some soup.
Ah,
Like,
dude, I miss him though, man. Like he was one of the good ones. Um
yeah, that didn't bother me. It was just like the servers who it's closing time. We're all busting our ass to do closing duties so we can all get out of there in time, and
it's
then
the
they're just
ones
gonna
who
do it.
ate behind the server alley that pissed me off.
Yeah, that too.
God. Or the ones who like I would be serving up the soup and they just get right on like the edge and just stare at him like I'm gonna get some of that tonight. I'm like, shut the fuck up. He literally just pissed me off and I'm in a bad mood for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Man, Victor's was a good time. If any of y'all are in the Dallas Fort Worth area, check out Victor's Wood Grill. Tell him Justin sent you. It won't get you a
2
discount,
on
but
food.
it's really good food. And
Yeah.
like the service is good too, but behind the servers is just like a
It's the
really
coworker service that is what
exactly.
we're
Yeah.
talking about. It's
Everyone
not.
in the back, sweethearts. If Edith is still
Yeah.
there, I miss you.
And I will tell you that place is really clean.
Hell yeah, only a few.
Because 90% of my shift was fucking deep cleaning shit
Hell yeah. Um, got the
every
best
day.
best dishwasher a man could buy.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean that was a hell of a podcast. We took some we started off, it was good. Again, a little weary, but came back from the intermission. I just had a blast this last half. Do you guys have anything else that you want to add? Any other things you want to throw out there before we call it?
I just want everyone to know that my mom is incubating eggs, and she wanted me to mention it on here about how in 21 days she'll have chicks. So that's exciting.
I'll take them all.
Okay. Um, that's awesome. Hopefully we can bring one home. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for episode number 3 of Throuple Thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching on YouTube and you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. If you're here live, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for tuning in for all of it. Um, this is the third one. I really wasn't sure how this was gonna go, but I'm so happy with how how much support we've been getting. So shout out to everyone live on YouTube. You guys are the best. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll be live tomorrow for a regular stream, and we'll see you next time.